Hey guys, sorry, I went to the grocery store yesterday. Still a little bit traumatized. Just kidding. Fine, sort of. We are covering topic 13 in this video. The last topic in section 3. Hopefully you guys have watched the other videos, you've understood them, and you've done already most of the heavy lifting for this section. In this last topic, we're going to be introducing two more types of markets, but just kind of at an introductory level. So not quite as in-depth as the types of problems that you've been working out in the other topics. The purpose of introducing these two new market types is to give you some perspective. Remember that competition is one side of the spectrum, monopoly is the other side of the spectrum, but most markets in the real world fall somewhere in between. And these are two examples of types of markets that we model in that in-between area. So having a good understanding of monopoly and having a good understanding of competition is going to help you understand these two new markets. All right, so we're going to start with monopolistic competition. Monopolistic competition is a market where we have many similar monopolies, and that at first seems contradictory, right? Like if you have a monopoly, you only have one firm, so why are there lots of them? But basically what's happening here is that each firm has a monopoly on producing their particular product. But there's a broader market where the monopolies are competing with each other. So for example, say fast food companies, right? Like you can't just go start up a Burger King because they have a trademark, right? They have their secret recipes, right? They have a monopoly on producing and licensing stores to sell Burger King products, right? But obviously, that's not the only place you can get a hamburger, right? You can go to McDonald's or In-N-Out or whatever. There are lots and lots of different companies that are selling very similar products. So even though the company has a monopoly on selling their particular brand of that product, they are competing on a broader level with other companies. And this describes really like most markets in our economy, because in order to be perfectly competitive, all the products have to be indistinguishable. They have to be identical. And in reality, most of our products that we buy have brand names, right? So a lot of the times I was talking about competition, I would refer to produce, like an apple, because there's no brand name for apple, although now we're starting to see brands in produce like Cutie oranges and that, right? So the Palm Wonderful company is kind of trying to brand their produce. But that's besides the point. The point here is that anytime we have different brands of a similar type of product, that's going to be monopolistic competition. All right, so examples like we talked about: fast food, like clothing brands, breakfast cereal, and in this type of market, basically what's going to happen is that firms are going to try to differentiate their product from other products in the market. So the firms strive to differentiate their product, okay, from others in the market through advertising. So the firm's goal is here to convince consumers that their product is different, right? That you should be willing to pay more for Lucky Charms than you are for Schmucky Schmarms or whatever the store brand version is, right? So You, as a consumer, should value their product. It's higher quality. That's what they're trying to convince you through advertising, so that you're willing to pay more for their product. And that's the only way that they can exercise their market power in order to raise their prices above what we would see in competition. All right, so that's an overview of what a market with monopolistic competition looks like. I'm going to make this a short video, and then in the next video, we'll use our graphs to model firm behavior in this type of a market.